Hey, what's up guys, I'm Anexonel, and in this video we will be reviewing the Leagoo Lead 1 from thgate.com. So now, let's get at it. Okay, while taking a first look at the phone, you can see that this phone kind of may seem similar to other Chinese phones on the market because of its rectangle square factor. And in my opinion, it does look like the Xiaomi Mi 3 as well as other Xiaomi devices. But apart from looking like other Chinese devices, it also copied the same design for the back as you can see on the Samsung Galaxy S5. As you can see, this phone has a lot of holes on the back, and that is so this phone can have a lot more grip than it could have had. And one of the main features of this phone is that it supports a 720p display. And by looking at the screen, maybe not on camera, well, you can see that this is definitely true. And when we take a look at the camera, well, you can see that the app doesn't even work on my phone. I did reset the phone, and while you take a look at the quality of the pictures, they aren't that great. The company claims that the back camera has a 13 megapixel sensor, but it looks more like 8 megapixel sensor, and the front camera does actually look like a 5 megapixel sensor. One big turnoff for some people is the fact that the camera protrudes out of the body of the phone. So if you drop it on the back, well, the camera is gonna be the first thing to break. If Leagoo actually had a octa-core processor in this phone, well, this would actually be a killer feature of this phone, as already with a quad-core processor, it is quite fast. As you can see, I'm just opening and closing up some apps and works quite fast. And actually with a octa-core processor, for sure, you'll have more ease at playing other games. Because the phone has a 720 display, we'll definitely want to have a cool wallpaper. A downside of the wallpapers on this phone that come with the phone, with the Leagoo Lead 1, is that they all carry the Leagoo watermark, which is a downside because the pictures or wallpapers are actually pretty nice. And by comparing it with other phones like the OnePlus One, you can see that it actually is longer but not any wider than the OnePlus One, which has the same screen size. And the Lead 1 is actually thinner than the OnePlus One and the Oppo Find 7 at the borders and also at the middle of the devices. And continuing with the thinness of the phone, well, this is a feature that the company likes to promote because they claim that the phone has a 5.0mm thickness. It is actually true, but that is only for the metal frame of the device. It is actually 6mm at the thinnest point of the phone. And for those that want to know, well, at the center of the device, it measures 8mm. And something that I really didn't find attractive is the fact that it has screws at each corners of the device. And for those wondering, well, the Wi-Fi and network capabilities are really good, and I did have good connection. The speakers are decently loud, and when we also check out the flash that is just below the camera, it is only a single flash, so it isn't the best flash that you can have, like a dual flash, just like on the OnePlus One. And when you take a look at the back cover, you can see that Leagoo definitely did not lack on the materials that they used. You can see that it is actually pretty resistant and it is pretty hard to break. And because this is a pretty large phone, for some, well, they included some one-handed features. As you can see, if you're using your right hand, we can click on the arrow, so it is going to be easier to use it with only your right hand. And if you're using your left hand, you can click the other arrow, which is gonna again make it easier to use your left hand. I've also went ahead and did an Antutu benchmarks card test, as you can see, and this card almost 18,000 points, which is quite typical for quad-core phones from the company MediaTek MT6582 processor. You might finally be wondering if this is a phone that you should buy. Well, if this is a cheap phone that you want, if you want a phone that just works, that you can do any call and you can play basic Android games, and you can use like a notepad feature, and you can basically customize it, and this also runs the latest version of Android, which is Android KitKat. And because of the price tag of $127, this is something that you basically won't regret. It is also available in black, white, and blue, as well as rose red color, which is kind of a mix of a red and pink. Okay, so I guess that this is it for this video. I hope that all of you guys enjoyed it, and if you have any questions, well, make sure you leave them in the comment section down below. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at AnexonelHPLA and on Instagram at Anexonel, and also feel free to check out my Facebook page. I'll have a link in the description box down below. And also don't forget to subscribe. It really helps out for the channel and also helps out for the channel growth. So now I guess that's it. Peace.